here with Trav.
I'm here with Adam.
And it was a movie.
Let me kill this music. Happy.
It's too happy for this.
Y'all,
for this
he
episode.
was. You know when you look in the corner of a room and you see a chair with a jacket or something on it, and it looks like a person.
Yeah.
I can remember one time I raised up in bed and I looked and I saw some shit in the corner and I was like, "Get out of here!" You know, like yelling at it. I was like, "You know what I'm talking about?"
Yeah, I
I was
know.
almost certain. I was like, "Somebody in here."
Yeah, yeah.
But no, dude, that scene when he looked up and she was standing in the corner.
Yeah.
And then her damn head just went whoop, and it turned into a ball when it hit the floor.
Yeah.
That was a fucking trip, man.
They were that thing was fucking with him hard, wasn't it?
Fucking with him hard.
Yeah.
Hated him.
Well, they needed him.
I'm guessing the girl had an allergic reaction to the peanuts in the brownies.
Yeah.
Or something,
Yeah.
right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard.
Well, if you remember
say
at the beginning, remember at the beginning when she was eating a cupcake where her father had asked if that had like peanut butter or nuts or whatever in it, and she was like, no.
Shouldn't the brother know that? Eat a
Yeah.
brownie, you know?
Well, he was too interested in getting high.
He was, dude. He fucked up.
Well, earlier in the movie, that towards the beginning, they said something like, "Can she eat this? Did you bring her EpiPen?" Like that,
So
they
why
said
would you
something.
leave home without one?
That's what I'm saying.
She should have an EpiPen on the D ring.
Yeah,
You know,
because I don't even have an allergic reaction to anything, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I need one in my car just in case,
man. Somebody might be dying.
Yeah, you're right there with the pen. They win the lottery tomorrow. You stick them with the pen, you get half of what they own because they're so grateful. You know what I mean?
So this movie came out this year. Did it have a wide release? I saw that the budget was $10 million and the box office was almost 80. So
it did.
That's a win.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's a win for making money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't normally do movies like this.
Yeah.
This ain't my cup of tea. But I was I was sucked my ass right in. You know, I was like, what's gonna happen? I knew they were gonna jump scare my ass.
Did they? Did they get you?
A little bit. That didn't get you when he was driving. I was like, damn.
No. I was waiting for something crazy to
pop
happen.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brace for it.
Yeah.
Like something's coming. You already tighten your butthole up. You're like,
yeah.
know something's about to happen.
For me, it wasn't until, because you know how, I don't know. I feel like I've taken, it was a reaction that I've always heard from Adam, that now I kind of coin it. Now I'm like, okay, that's how I explain it. This is one of those films where a scene happens and you go, okay, it's that kind of movie.
Mm-hmm. What scene was it? She fucking
when
knocked her
he's
head
going
off?
down the road, man, dude, when you hear her head smack that fucking pole, and dude, not even, dude, he goes to look up and he just can't look.
He knew that she was like, dead.
No, and then they turn back around and show her fucking head.
Yeah,
well, they didn't show that.
I was like, oh
later.
fuck, like
that was
okay,
no, but that was like 4 scenes after that. They're burying the girl, or no, the mom. Remember when the mom was on the floor crying, and he's just laying in the bed like, I fucked up.
Yeah,
but she went downstairs and saw
that woman's freak out was genuine.
It was. That was a good freak out. But while she was crying, it cut to the side of the road, and her head was sitting there covered in ants.
Yeah.
Why did she look like the elephant man? No, what's his name? The Mask. What was that?
Y'all
know what I'm talking about? Movie with Cher in it.
Yeah.
She looked like that dude. Why did they not take care of the little girl? Her hair was all fucking dirty.
But here's the thing.
She had dreadlocks.
But you couldn't feel pity for this kid because they made sure to let you know this kid was fucking weird.
She grew up with the grandma, right?
Not in an innocent, harmless. Oh, she's just a girl that just likes weird things. No, this bitch is evil. Like she's fucking cutting heads off of pigeons and shit.
I think it was the grandmother that was doing this shit, that moved the cubs. Like that was the grandmother, right?
Well, the way I took it was the grandmother was the first vessel for this thing.
Entity.
and that's what killed her. And she set it up to where her grandson, because the dad wasn't
down to him.
Yeah, that's hereditary. You know,
The mom couldn't do it. She was fucked up too.
Well, that's also why at that point when the mother's consoling the kid before she dies, she says that grandma was like, grandma always wished I was a boy.
Yeah.
Hence why, they finally find a way to start fucking with.
So this was hereditary bloodline.
Yeah.
She was passing it down to him.
Well, the way I understood it was she summoned the thing into her body.
Mm-hmm.
Her body couldn't handle it, but she had the means to make it work.
It was
with her
temporary.
family. Yeah.
But the thing is that they're all servant to that god or that demon.
Yeah.
Because that demon's whole shtick is it was trying to find it particularly wants a young male boy as its host.
Yeah.
Must be Catholic.
So it's constantly trying to find it. Like,
that was a joke.
It was a good one.
Is it too soon?
No.
Okay.
It's been happening for years.
So everything that was playing out was part of the plan. The mom dies, they move into the house, shit starts getting weird.
Yeah.
It was weird when they moved into the house. You could tell there was some bad juju here. Like, the house was creepy.
The way the mother's decapitated body hovered over up to the cabin at the end.
Yeah, that was creepy.
What was weird was how
I didn't
went up there,
like whenever
she was standing there sawing her fucking head off without a care in the world.
Shrines freak me out.
Well, remember when she went back to the woman's house and knocked on her door, and the camera pulls back from the door, and you see all these candles, and I'm like, that's a fire hazard because there are these sheets hanging, you know?
Yeah, right.
And then it cuts to the table, and you start seeing all those little things that girl was making, and all these sticks. I don't know, sticks before, but it was some weird shit going on, and there was like a triangle-looking star thing on the table, and that boy's picture was in it.
Yeah.
So this whole time, see, I didn't even know he was like the main, quest here.
The final boss.
I didn't think. I mean, I thought he was either gonna kill himself or I would have.
Well, it's because they saved that reveal. I mean, that's literally just like literally the last few lines of dialogue in the movie. I mean, it's as good of a movie
hell what? Could y'all make that out?
As they were saying the demon's name.
Okay. And I thought it was Satan at first. I was like, hey, hell Satan. Hell Satan.
No, what made the movie creepy for me is that I have the tendency of getting on websites that deal with like paranormal conspiracies and all that kind of shit. It's just my toilet reading. Yeah. But anyways,
toilet reading.
I've read on demonology shit before and like all those different types and whatnot. So I was very impressed that a mainstream horror film like this was touching on shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of creepy and everything. Like,
well, I will say that it was unique, but to me, it wasn't unique enough in a way because like, it builds up to that amazing scene at the end. Like all that shit's going on. Who are these people showing up naked?
People.
Yeah.
Dude,
like
when he saw his dad burnt to a crisp, that was his dad, right?
Yeah.
And then he turned around and there was a naked dude standing there smiling at him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking creepy. And I know y'all saw that bitch over his shoulder up in the corner.
Yeah.
Did y'all see her up there?
Yeah.
And then it cut back and she was gone. Then she just come running out of the middle of the room, chased him to the attic, which was the plan.
Yeah. Well, you saw her fucking shimmying along the walls.
That shit was creepy.
All through that scene, you see her fucking shimmying down the wall, being all fucking whatever the fuck she was,
Mama.
But yeah, right. But I don't know. They should have took it, in my opinion, one step further. And I know why they didn't, because it is a mainstream horror movie. But I would have enjoyed it that much more if they would have, where like they go deeper into it, like deeper. I wanted more scenes of like her having her sleepwalking and dreaming stuff. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Fucking badass, dude.
Where she's standing in there talking.
Nah, when she woke up and the ants were on her pillow.
Oh yeah.
And then she followed him to his bedroom, and they were all over his face and going in his mouth. When I saw that, I was like, that's what was in his throat.
Yeah.
Every night when he goes to sleep, the ants come in and go in his throat. You know, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
But then she was like drenched in that shit, had a match. They were screaming at each other. She's like, I never loved you. Like, I didn't want you. Like, it got weird, man. It got real.
Yeah. Well, and that's where the plot thickens because she's like,
I didn't. My mom, you know?
Right. Well, she's like, I didn't want to have you and all this stuff. And she made me have you and all this. It thickens the plot there with like the mom,
the dream sequence.
Yeah.
She would never say that to his face, but it was true.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite scenes. But
the mom wanted a boy.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Oh, when she found the book with all the pictures.
Yeah, it got weird.
It got real weird. I was like, these motherfuckers are on some other shit.
Yeah.
They cutting up chickens and shit. Like,
well, see, the one thing that I really wasn't expecting though was for the kid to be taken out that early in the film. You know what I mean?
It was
like
quick.
Right, like 30 minutes in, that kid was gone, and I was like, "Who the fuck's gonna be creepy now?" You know what I mean?
Why
like,
was she hanging out the window?
Because she needed air.
Yeah, but that's not gonna make your throat
unswell.
Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. Like,
yeah, I know. Well,
she smacked that fucking pole. I knew he was about to wreck.
Yeah.
When she rolled the window down and started hanging out, I was like, he's gonna flip it.
Yeah.
Something's about to happen. I had no idea what was about to happen. I didn't even know she was decapitated until I saw the head on the ground.
Right. And how crazy was it that he just like goes in there and lays down? And I mean, I don't know how I would react in a situation like that.
To the damn hospital, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, your ass is going to jail.
Yeah.
His ass would have been locked up.
Oh man, and how he's laying in bed when it's dark, and then it just cuts to daylight, and he's still laying that way, and then you just hear the mom flipping out.
I actually found some shit that should not be. You remember the scene where she figured out, you heard her in the closet doing the little seance?
Yeah.
All right. She walks in the room and wakes her husband up. You look at the clock behind his head, it's 1:45 a.m.
And then it's daylight
as
coming
soon as
up.
they get downstairs, it's daytime. You saw that too?
Yeah.
Another scene, when she was leaving that woman's house, she said, it'll work as long as everyone's in the same house.
Yeah.
She said room. If you go back and look at her mouth, she says room. It'll work as long as everybody's in the same room. But they changed it. They voiced it over. Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, she just said room. They changed it to house.
Right.
I
didn't pick up on that. Yeah. What was crazy is whenever she was standing outside the school yelling at that motherfucker, we forgive you, Daniel. It's like, what the fuck has happened right now, you know?
So the point to all of this was to pass the damn demon on to him.
Yep.
Yeah, for the suitable host.
Yeah, he was the major key here. Major key.
And he ain't even got a say in it.
Well,
You know
I will say this, judging by the fact that the movie made about $70 million, and that's after they got their money back that they spent, they might make another one.
I mean, where can they go from there?
Well, you got him now.
Yeah, but he's just going to be...
boy. Dude,
well,
when he raised his hand... When he raised his hand and it was all bent sideways, I was like, he's possessed. You know when you see somebody bent up like that?
Yeah.
And then it cut to him, and I was like, oh, shit, he's having a stroke. One side of his face, he was like, you're lazy, you know?
I would like to see...
he just started banging his head on that thing.
Because I guess there's one thing all of it can have in common, and it centers around these small cults. But it would be interesting to see various cults of various demons in these different anthological sequences of, you know, movies being another demon, like how their cult goes about passing it on or praising it or worshiping it or whatever, and just make like a series like that. Not necessarily be, you know, you don't have to have seen one to watch the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Start off with another one where another demon's trying to get in someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, do light references.
Bad, I didn't hate it.
You know, do like a light reference where maybe some sort of demonologist eventually down the road's like, hey, I'd heard about these other instances, and you're like, oh, okay, that's how they're connected, and then go on.
Like, after I watched it, I didn't feel like I wasted a bunch of time.
Right.
Because it was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right at it. I think it was like 2 hours and 7 minutes.
If they do a sequel, what I would think would be an interesting sequel, besides the anthology thing, because that would be awesome as fuck, would be have that boy like rejecting it or trying to reject. Yes. And like that's it like plays out almost like it's in his head. You know what I mean? Like he's trapped in his own body. He's trying to like regain control. You know what I mean? Like that would be an interesting.
It would be cool if in his head it kind of goes like the Cell, like this.
What are you doing down here?
Where the demons taking over areas, like it's this hellish landscape.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I was actually talking to somebody about the Cell the other day. I said, it's about time they remade that.
It was on the last podcast.
Yeah, okay. Was I here?
Yes.
But yeah. Demons.
Yeah.
Diamonds.
Shit. Nah, it was you know, it was
well, I liked how it went from at first being okay, it's gonna be a haunting movie. Then it's like, okay, no haunted house movie.
Nope.
Okay, no creepy old lady movie.
Nana, go away. Come again another
The Shining.
day.
You know, like
yeah.
It kind of took some of these feelings from other films and made a pretty half decent AAA movie, I'd say.
Yeah. That house they lived in was cool as fuck, though.
That shit that she was building. Then she made the car that hit the...
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
You got all these people calling her, sending messages, emails like, hey, you got our models ready? And she's over here making the car that knocked her kid's head off.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought, Travis, that she was the woman that plays in I, Tonya, the mom. Because they kind of look alike, but it's not her.
Yeah.
I actually watched I, Tonya last week.
I almost thought that she was Frances McDormand.
Yeah, she does have that.
Discount Frances McDormand's
She's got
what I'm
that
calling
long
her.
face.
Well, she was in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
She was the mom in that. I love that movie, by the way, just so you know. I don't know why, but I do. But anyway, back to the topic at hand here. It had some really good creepy shit in it. Like some real unsettling shit there for
some good shots.
Oh, dude, the way that they would transition from night to day was fucking amazing. Like I love that shit where it would show the outside of the house at nighttime and then it would just like instantly flick to daytime.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't.
Or how about that way they brought in the first shot of the movie, how they zoomed in on the houses and then it just turned into the room.
I was hoping they would do more of that.
Me too. Now that you mention it, like, yeah, that would have been cool. But
yeah,
I wonder if there are some edits that ended on the floor where they may have tried that.
That would have been awesome. Because I was like, I hope that they track the activities in the house with like the dollhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it transitioned from room to room. Like it pulls out of one room and goes into another room in the dollhouse. You know, like that would have been fucking awesome if they would have done that multiple times, at least like 2 or 3 times. You know, but
or like it would have been or had it to where somehow like before the events of the ending happened, because she's obviously decapitated and dead at this point. But like just have an area where the shrine was built and have like stick figures, because they were going very Shining-esque with it, with her kind of descent into madness, I guess.
Yeah.
And have it to where she already had it in her head how this was going to pan out.
She knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then like what was weird was like maybe there was some good in her, because she like one night.
Well, I mean, you could tell she fought it.
She was going to burn the kid alive one night.
Yeah.
She knew his ass was little Damon. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
she had an idea of what her mom was wanting to do, I'm sure,
she?
because
Did
I
she
think
know they
so.
were into that weird shit?
Well, I don't think she knew 100%, but think like whenever she gave like the eulogy or whatever.
She knew her mom was
Yeah,
weird.
like she kind of cut her. She was like, yeah, my mom sucked. Like,
Yeah.
y'all loved her, but you know,
You
like,
didn't grow up
Yeah.
with her. You didn't know her.
Well, but this is the thing though. This is one of those like could be shit that should not be, or what, whatever you want to call it. But whenever someone passes and you go through and get all their stuff together,
Mm-hmm.
you have that time where you kind of see who that person really was behind
and they
closed
didn't take
doors.
the time to learn.
Exactly.
Like the
I
attic,
would,
dude. That's the first time they stepped foot in the attic.
Right.
And the husband made mention to the weird smell in the house several times. He's like, "What's that smell?"
Yeah.
There's a rotting body in the attic.
Yeah, a dug up, defiled
I think that
body.
she put it there.
The mom?
Yeah, she was sleepwalking, maybe.
Yeah, I think she did too.
Yeah, she went and dug it up and brought it in. That's part of the plan. She'd been programmed.
Yeah.
Her and the little girl.
That thing was using her because it traveled. It was that fucking weird ass light thing.
Yeah.
It traveled all around them,
It did, man.
That light.
I liked it a lot because it took similar tropes with possession movies and just kept it at a maximum, I guess.
Amplified it.
Yeah, like how typical movies with demons, where it's the demon it gets more power on tension, and
Yeah.
as the you could perceive the movie as all of the scenes where the marital problem started to come in, and just the grieving process over a kid, and how that kind of would create a wedge.
Yeah.
And it kind of played it, it went on similar things without having to sit there and bring in some sort of movie device to be like, yeah, it's a demon, it's gonna feed off of negative energy, it's gonna do things, it's gonna be here for a while, guys, but we'll make it through. Like, there's no stupid scene like that.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I will credit the film for. They do not hold your hand at all.
Nope. And the dad was like, "You're fucking crazy, bitch."
Yeah,
he said exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like little off the cuff things, like when he's like, dinner's ready, come eat, come don't, I don't fucking care, it's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very, it was real. Like it. Y'all remember the scene where the dad sits down? He's gonna sleep downstairs on the couch, and he sits down and he takes 2 pills.
Yeah.
And then he takes 2 more sleeping pills. You remember that?
Yeah.
That's some good acting, man. When I was sitting there watching him, I was like, this guy's a good actor.
He really is.
I could see his frustration on camera. Like,
yeah.
I believed him.
And the young kid, I actually enjoyed him.
Good job. Even the little girl.
Well, it was some of that OG acting where you could say everything you wanted by just your body language.
I want to see who this guy is because I've seen him in
a shitload of movies.
Let me see. He was in The Usual. Oh, he was the fucking dude from The Usual Suspect.
Right. He's just a lot older.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. The nose is what I call him.
Yeah. Give me the fucking gun, you fucking.
I always thought discount Michael Douglas.
Yeah. He kind of does have that discount Michael Douglas. It was discount Michael Douglas and discount Francis McDormand.
Yep.
All day, air day,
Yeah.
But he was great. He's always good though. Props to that dude.
I like him.
I do too. I'd hang out with him. I'd get a beer.
When it hit that scene, he did a good job all the whole movie, but that was when his character started picking up a little more.
Yeah.
But before that, you saw him like, comforting his wife, putting dinner down. And then the scene where they're at the dinner table and they flip out.
He's like, I'm stopping this.
This is it. He called it, and I was just like, damn, come on, Dad.
Yeah,
he was just sitting there like, you motherfuckers are crazy. Burn his
what
ass
about
alive.
because we've covered pretty much the majority of the film except for the fucking woman that the woman that starts establishing the weird
Jenny?
shit.
Something like that. What was her name?
Her little plot twist where she was one of the cult members working the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
she didn't see
kind of keeping things in the right timeline.
But here's the thing, like, when she gave her the
Louis,
paper,
Louis, are you here?
when she gave her that piece of paper with this like shit in another language,
Yeah,
I was
say
like,
it right.
don't say that shit.
Yeah.
Have
That's
you not
where it
ever
kinda
seen The Evil Dead? Have you not?
That's
When
kind of
she-
where it
Nah, dude.
was like, here, read this magical jargon on this
Hey.
paper that you have no idea what's going to happen.
When that bitch saw that doormat, she
She
should
shoulda
have been
known.
real suspicious of that.
Yeah.
Because her mom had boxes of those, and she had seen it. She's like, my mom makes those just like that.
Yeah.
Your mom made that one, fool. They grew up in the same town here. Like,
Yeah.
do some research, man, before you go home and read some damn evil shit. See, once she
Yeah.
read that, she brought herself in to be possessed.
Yeah.
A little book of the Klaatu Barata Nicta.
Maybe she said it wrong.
Oh shit.
She coughed big
Did you
on
hear
that
what I
bitch.
said earlier? All you had to do was draw a pentagram on the floor, place 4 candles in the corners, stand in the middle, and say, Nana, Nana, go away, come again another day. That would have been it.
Like,
It
no,
was
well, if you
Nanageddon
think
up in this bitch, dude.
that's what I'm about
Wasn't
to say. Like, she went full Nanageddon in
Full
this movie.
Nanageddon, man. We didn't even get
Yeah.
to when I saw the pictures, dude, they had her like as a bride.
Yeah. She was.
Now I just want those two.
That
Now I
was
just want those two
weird.
goth girls from the booth to show up and be like, "Are you going to do some
And
sorcery?"
what did it say on the wall? Queen something. She had a nameplate, like it was like
Queen.
Fern.
what did it?
Or something? It was something. It was a weird name, like. But shit, man, I had
I
no
was
idea.
wondering what that was. I wondered if that was some sort of like some guardian shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna carve their name above my head.
I will say this though, I've seen a lot of ghost movies, especially in the last fucking. Let's just say 6 years.
This is definitely one of the better
It
ones.
was one of the better ones. What was that other one, Griffin, where they had to do the research on it? You know, the guys were like researching it, like, and it was kind of real. You know, they like.
Oh, where he finds the tapes.
Contagion? What was it?
No, it
Oh,
was
The Conjuring?
The Conjuring. That's it.
No,
Contagion.
no, that wasn't that. No,
Yeah,
that
it was
that
the
was
one
the
where
damn
Griffin, you were
creepy
talking
doll,
about it.
man.
You talked about it a bunch.
It's the one where is it the one with Ethan Hawke?
I don't know. That
He's
was like
the
in the
novelist.
70s
They
or
moved
something.
into the-
Nah, not that one. Not the one with the clips.
no,
I know what you're talking
The
about.
what?
Not the one
No,
with
it-
the fucking Pennywise footage. No, the
It
one,
was
man,
a-
where the dudes, it was like in the 70s or 80s or something, and they're like, there was this
Yeah.
team. Was it like a man and a woman?
yeah,
That's the
And they,
Conjuring.
yeah, and they traveled around. That one was pretty good. It just had a good, you know, it was something different, because here's what I don't like. I don't like fucking Paranormal Activity. Give me some storyline, just a little bit, just something. Dude,
yeah,
Paranormal Activity, you're in a house, and there's a ghost, and it's slamming doors, and motherfuckers are getting up in the night and standing there for 6 hours. Like, you know, give me something storyline. And that's why I liked this one, is because it had that whole, once it hit that old demon shit, and you're right, you want more. They didn't give us enough of it.
no,
But that's what I liked. Once it hit that stuff, I was like, okay, this is all right. Like, I was interested then.
yeah,
I'm not going to watch 2 hours of jump scares and no storyline. I need something, you know?
yeah,
I hate Paranormal Activity. Here's the thing, though. Paranormal Activity is one of those movies that'll make you fucking you'll be a little, you know, standoffish a little about walking down a dark hallway after you watch it. Like,
right.
you'll be like, we cut the light on. Normally, you just tromp through that bitch. You know?
Yeah, I'm fucking whatever's in this hall up.
Well, if it's the shit that was in that movie, you ain't gonna do shit. Like,
No.
your fucking dog will stand up and start floating. Like, but here's the thing. The moment that some freaky shit popped off, Eddie Murphy made this point many years ago in a stand-up comedy when he was talking about what was that? Go into the light, Carol Ann. Poltergeist.
Yeah.
He's talking about that movie, and he's like, white people, and there were white people. He's like, they won't leave. Like, when the house is possessed, you cut the sink on, blood comes out. We should probably get that fixed. You know, like,
how
get the
how
fuck
you
away
fix
from
it?
this shit.
Yeah.
Leave. Like, why do they always stay? Who would stay? Would you stay in that house? Yeah. No, but I'm white and I wouldn't stay.
No,
Stupid white people.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I'm not staying here because the fucking wall's breathing. Okay?
Right.
I see that shit. I know I don't hallucinate. It's never happened my whole life. This shit's happening. Like there's fucking,
yeah.
You know, it smells like a dead body in here. Maybe we should search the house.
See if
so
there
the
is
grandmother's head was chopped off too. And that looked like the little girl's body in a dress. It was little, man. It wasn't big.
At the end?
Yeah, upstairs.
Oh, in the attic? I think, well.
She said, I think it's my mother, but I don't know. What if it's like one of the old hosts? Because it looked old-timey, man. The dress that it was wearing, it looked old.
It could have been the mother's dress, though.
That's
like
what
her
she
wedding
said.
dress.
She said that I think it's my mother's body because it looks old.
Well, the mother's grave was the only one that we know of that was defiled.
Oh, that's right, because they called.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do you remember when they called and said that it was dug up?
Yeah. He got an email about it, too.
Yeah, they were like, they wanted to make sure you knew the grave.
Yeah.
Plot point, you know?
Yeah.
They just want to make sure you know this is a checkpoint right here. That way, if you restart the movie, you can start right here.
Yeah,
they discovered the graves. I didn't even, register that, though, when it happened. Like, it didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, somebody broke the headstone. No, they dug the grave up.
Well, they needed the body back because that thing was in her body.
That's right. That's when a little bit after that, she met that woman and it got weird.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy is how at the end that shrine had that girl's head on it.
Oh, my God. With a crown.
That was creepy.
So that's what happened. The shine, hell, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Went from the grandmother to the little girl. And from
to
the little girl to the mom, and then to the boy.
Yeah.
Once it started following him, I was like, oh, shit, it follows.
Well, like, the way I took it was that the grandmother was still around as well, obviously. But when Chick did the seance and brought the girl's spirit, they showed you that the girl's spirit was fucking bad.
Yeah.
And they implied that she was going to go bad simply by fucking showing her weird head chopping fetish and building weird shit
growing up.
So she went fucking evil.
She was programmed.
Yeah, I think a lot of it
was supposed to happen.
Yeah, a lot of it had to do with the demon and her grandmother. Like, I'm sure her grandmother's like, now this is what's going to happen. I'm going to die. Everything's going to be okay. I need you to do some weird shit. I need
you to die.
Yeah.
Because that needed to happen. The head needed to be chopped off that girl.
Yeah.
It's weird how that's what happened. Like,
right. But yeah, it was, I like how minimalist the shrine was at the end. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it looks,
man. When they went up in that little thing.
And who the fuck were all these naked people?
I don't know, but they were fucking obsessed with it.
Like, were they real people?
That's the thing, man. The shrines, just like I said, they're such a cliche creep factor, but it's so effective with me.
Yeah, especially this one. That was some good visuals. Like,
yeah,
the way they pulled out, all the walls were gone from the building. You could see them all standing there, bow. The girl's head was on top of this fucking crucified body, like a stuffed body, like.
The way that
put
their
the
body
crown on him, and then you see his eye change color.
Yeah. Well, the way that they had the mother's and the daughter's body bent, like praying to it, was so fucking creepy, dude.
Real
that
creepy.
was the creepy. That was the creepiest
when
part
it
of the
zoomed
shit
out,
to me.
And their head was, body was there, bent over, no head.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking weird.
Well, it's like at that point, if I was that boy, I'd be like, all right, I'm ready. This
yeah,
is
let's do it.
Badass. Like, I can make people do that. Shit.
Yeah.
The mom, man, when the mom, he went upstairs. There she was.
Yeah.
With a wire around her neck, sawing it off.
Yeah.
So what happened was, he needed the mom to say the words, and that led him into her body.
Mm-hmm.
And then while they were upstairs there, she was saying something while she was doing it. Like, she was talking some weird shit,
Right.
So up there in that room, you've got the dead body that had the covered in flies. You've got her chopping her head off, and he's standing there. He jumps out the window.
Yeah, like he sees that shit and he kills himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not possessed. Like he suicides.
I think he died,
Yeah.
and that thing was in him.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
He
you saw
suicides and then the fucking orb comes back and goes in him.
Yeah. Fucking go time.
Shine. But that scene, man, when they pull out of that little room and all those naked people are there bent over.
Yeah.
Floppy cocks, flappy titties. I'm talking. They
Full,
went there.
full naked.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I started to get on the floor and do the same thing. I was like, what do I do? Should I pray to it?
Were those real people?
Yeah.
Or were those just spirits?
They look like real people.
And that weird Gregorian shit going on over it, that music, like
Well, and then those symbols, those like Arabic looking symbols. This was some fucking mummy shit, dude. Okay. Somebody call Brendan Fraser, you know?
Oh shit. He's been out of work for too long.
Yeah, he shows up all fat.
Yeah, I'm real safe today.
Dressed like fucking Bruce Campbell from.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, you think I could get like a shotgun or something? Dude, like, would you stay in that house once that shit started popping off? Dude,
no.
As soon, if I'm telling you guys right now, because I ain't down with this shit, all right? In my mind, I believe a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. And if I ever see otherwise, it's going to break my fucking brain. When I see, like, if I see a chair fucking levitate and slam up against the wall, I'm like, we got to get the fuck out of here now. As a matter of fact, I don't want to be around any of you. I'm gone by myself. Like, we don't need to be together. Like, we need to split up.
Well, this is something I want to say. If something happens to me, don't fucking try to seance me back, please. And don't let anybody else try to fucking communicate with me.
You don't want to seance, dude?
No, I don't.
Dude,
if I'm gone, let me rest.
Put your bass in the middle.
Please
I'm going to plug your amp up, and I'm going to be like...
I'm talking through the pickups.
Yeah.
It's all deep as fuck.
Well, I mean, you forgo any technicalities. Like, you know how some of them ghost movies happen. Like, somebody grabs the wrong book. Somebody, like say we accidentally grab your bass, that triggers some sort of thread, and it pulls you in, and you're suddenly in your room, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm here. But you can see that we're not trying to do no shit. And you're like, oh, fuck, like, I guess that's just
dude,
strong
we're just
memory
like, Griffin, hit it, man. Hit a blunt, you know?
Then you dip out, you know?
Give us the winning lottery numbers, man. It's the mega billions now.
If that happens, y'all aren't going to be able to see or hear me, I'm sure, but I'm going to be like, fuck you, leave me alone. Yeah. Let me
I was hanging out with Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, him and fucking everybody else was playing a show together. Yeah.
We were practicing for the
Bon Scott was there. He was playing fucking Right On.
Oh my God. Bon Scott, the dude from Rush, was on the drums. Come on, dude.
He's still alive.
Is he? No, he's not.
Neil Peart.
He's not alive.
Yeah.
Dude, is he really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about 100% sure he is. Travis.
What?
Is he alive?
He's still alive.
Who?
I thought he was dead.
Who is?
Neil Peart.
I thought he was dead, man.
No, that motherfucker's alive. His family's dead.
Wait. Oh, that's what it was. Damn.
Yeah.
I remember. Wait, though. Somebody in that band's dead. Rush, right?
No.
Oh,
no, dude, they're all still kicking.
Well, I saw this thing, man, and I thought he was dead. I saw this. You know, he's a big motorcycle rider.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that shit where he's like he does?
He went on. Well, he went on that drive after his family died.
Yeah, and then like one end of the map to the other, like.
Yeah, and he like wrote some books.
He's a really good drummer, and seems like a really cool dude.
I'd hang out with him.
He's got his shit together.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what his name is? Neil Elwood Peart.
Elwood. Like fucking Blues Brothers
for sure. Who the hell would? He's on a mission from Gad.
Did you ever watch that Rush documentary?
Which one? I didn't see like a full doc, like something over an hour. No.
Dude, there's one that came on VH1 Classic. I think they did it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2.5 hours long, and dude, it chronicles everything. It's
a Rush
recommend.
fan did that documentary.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I need
I'm
to
pretty
see it.
sure. I'm pretty sure the guy that did it was the one that did all the Headbangers Ball stuff and all those documentaries. Yeah, I think he's the one that did it. But it chronicles everything. It shows them in high school when they were playing like a high school band, like at a fucking prom. The two of them, the guitar player and the bass player, they had another drummer before Neil Peart, but he was a diabetic.
He lost a foot.
No, they were partying too hard and his body couldn't handle it. So they're like, you gotta get better. And he was like, fuck you. And then that's kind of how they got into contact with Neil Peart. Like they needed a drummer, quick, smart. So that first album, Neil Peart doesn't drum on it. What was Fly By Night? Is that
Caress of Steel, I think.
What a name.
Yeah. But it's good. I recommend any Rush fans watch this documentary. It's good shit. You see them record hemispheres like they recorded outside.
Where?
Like in this valley in the middle of nowhere. Like there's a concrete pad out there and they recorded it outside. That's fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Did it sound good?
Yeah. That
record sounds really good.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Rush album.
Does it have a fucking one of the big tracks on it?
It's got the trees.
Cygnus.
Is on it. Yeah, Cygnus is on it. It's good, man.
Yeah, the trees is really good, but I mean, there it gets loud, but I mean, the trees has probably one of the coolest little opening acoustic parts ever.
Yeah. So how did we get on fucking... Oh, I'm in heaven hanging out with all those people. Yeah, so please, please don't fucking bring me back. I want to be fucking serenaded by Jimi Hendrix and fucking Jim Morrison. I want them to both teach me philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Jim
Morrison would be like... Dude, Jim Morrison was he liked like Mad TV... You know, the Mad magazine, it was a joker.
Yeah. It was an act.
It was an act, man. Every bit of it. Like, he played the role of a rock star.
Yeah.
I read his fucking autobiography, man. His father was a military man, like Air Force or something, like a general, somebody important, you know?
Right.
He'd stand his ass, you know?
Yeah.
So he moved out there to, like, make it, you know, like actors fucking want to be rock stars and rock stars want to be actors or comedians.
Yeah.
One of those things, man. He just ended up playing music.
And he fucking nailed it.
They fucking played it, though.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Voice.
Jim Morrison.
Voice that defined a generation, whether you want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying?
What was that one song?
Mother. Yes,
I want to. Fuck yeah! Whoa, they were like, get the fuck off the stage. That didn't end well for him.
We need to review that, man.
I love that, but that's a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
We need to do a whole month, man, where we watch all the good biopics. We need to do that when Queen comes out.
Oh yeah, Rocket Man.
We'll do Rocket Man. What's another one, guys? Like, I know there's a bunch like Ray and the Johnny Cash one. There's a bunch of them, but we don't have to watch those.
There's one about the Beach Boys that's really good.
Brian, what's his name? Brian Wilson is like a musical genius. Really.
He's a savant.
He's also crazy at the same time because he did a lot of acid.
This one that I watched was more of like a general. I watched it years ago with my dad, and it even had it to where, you know, it had the phase where they brought in Charles Manson for a minute there while they were hanging around him, and it was just it was. I gotta find it, but it was good.
Manson had recorded an acoustic song. There's one recorded Manson track. You can hear it too. It's real shitty, you know.
Right.
And he brought it to the Beach Boys. He wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a musician. He brought it to them. They heard it. Nothing came of it, you know? Like,
yeah.
They heard it and that was it. So he fucking went mad, dude. He got possessed. I mean, really, dude. He took it to the extreme. He was hurt that he couldn't be a rock star. Like,
well, either you got it or you don't, you know?
Well, he had something.
He had people that was willing to do shit for him.
But like in my life, man, like Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson, Marilyn Manson too. That's like a pop culture icon right there. Like,
yeah,
he's there. He's a part of it. Like, he's a part of the storyline.
Yeah. He's a big part of it, really.
Now he's gone, but
is he?
He died a few years ago, man. Yeah.
Charles Manson?
For sure.
Yep.
I am right about this one.
I thought he recently married somebody.
He married a girl, and she tried to get his body when he died, and they wouldn't let her have it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that?
Yeah.
They figured out what she was about. Dude, could you imagine, like, would you, like, if somebody gave it to you, you have to pay some ridiculous amount of money, would you take a piece of his body and put it in, like, a little thing?
No.
On the shelf? A little piece of Charles Manson's, like, toe or something?
No, that's too much.
It's a Manson toenail.
I don't want to introduce body parts into my fucking wall of fame over here.
Yeah. You don't want to put them next to the fucking Zelda poster?
No, hell no. Fuck no.
What would you take, though? Here's what I want to do, guys. Because you can go online and get them, and they're real. Okay? Shrunken heads.
No shit.
No, dude, no.
You don't want one, dude? You worried about it?
Fuck. No.
You don't want that little shrunken head with that bone through its nose?
I don't want. I know.
Come on, dog.
Dude. I don't even believe in that shit, but those things look so
what you don't realize
weird,
right
dude,
now is like now I'm like the grandmother and the mom. I'm trying to fuck y'all over. Put some bad juju on y'all. Like I'm trying to convert you.
You ain't gonna get me, Adam. I ain't gonna get got,
No. The only shrunken heads I'll enjoy looking at are the ones on Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
What if we could get fake ones?
That fucking dude with the little head.
I want some merch. I want a real estate podcast shrunken head, and it's us.
I'll never market it.
Come on, dude. Why? If it's us and they're fake.
Like a plushie one?
Dude.
No, dude. It looks real. Like it looks real, but it's my head, your head, and his head.
Like if it's intent to be weird and have the creep factor, y'all do it. Do it. Go ahead, and that's cool. I'm not objecting.
Why are you so against shrunken heads? I just found out some new shit has come to light. What is it with you and shrunken heads? They're super creepy, right?
They're just fucking weird, dude.
But even a fake one?
Even a fake one, man. I don't know. They're just weird, man.
Travis got a phobia. I wonder what that's called. I'm sure there's a name for it. If you're scared.
No, I mean it's not like I'm gonna burst out into a panic attack if I see one.
You just don't want it
I'm not gonna have it on your show. I just don't want one that I'm gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't have. I guess I'll hang it on my wall.
Man, you wouldn't have a fucking Adam G shrunken head.
I would.
I'd collect the whole set, dude.
I mean, I'll take a real estate podcast dream catcher over that.
We should make those too.
Yeah, right.
Dream catchers.
You hang the shrunken head from it.
Yeah. Now you hang it up outside. Real estate podcast
dream
bug
catchers.
Catcher.
Even
like one of those things outside.
Are weird.
It says real estate on it.
Like the concept of a dream catcher is strange. It's like I've been having bad dreams. Like this Native American just decided to be like, you know what? I need something to catch some shit at night from my mind.
Well, mind over matter. I don't have a mind, so it don't matter. I can't. I gotta finish it. But the dream catcher, man, you kind of get the placebo effect.
Yeah.
Just because you have that, you have it, and you think it works, it works.
But
it's just your brain.
If you feel you're safe, you dream safely.
It's just your brain. Dude, if you'll go to bed tonight.
What if it's not, though? What if it's interdimensional vampires, Adam?
I don't know about that.
I have like really weird, like crazy dreams. We've been over this. Sometimes
spicy food.
Every bad dream I've
Taco
ever
Bell
had
fucks
has
me
been
up.
associated. has always been
I have strange
associated with
dreams,
like
though,
having
man.
eaten something spicy. If I eat something like with hot sauce or sriracha or any
But
kind of shit like that, man,
you know what the
like
problem
it's bad.
is we all have really good imaginations.
Yeah.
Because we, create shit. You got a good imagination. I
Yeah.
bet you were real good at pretend when you were a kid,
Yeah.
It's like, I could pretend there's a fucking train in the room. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I was Tom Hanks going to the moon. You know what I'm saying?
This dream I had the other night, y'all are gonna laugh y'all's fucking ass off, right? Me and Marina's at the house. We're just hanging out or whatever, and a car pulls up, right?
Now, is this a dream?
Yeah, this is a dream. And you're never gonna believe who the fuck was inside of it.
I'm not.
One of my exes was in there.
That's weird.
It was the one that the girl I dated from Scottsboro.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got to say names.
Yeah. So she recently had a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mixed kid.
Mm.
That plays an important part in the story.
Okay.
So so she pulls up and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, some shit went down. I needed a, place to stay or something." And I'm like, "I don't know if that's a good idea."
Flip the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, no, she did flip the fuck out because she come out there and she's like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is the girl that I dated like several years ago."
What the fuck is she doing here?
Yeah. No, this was. Is that your baby? And I'm like,
oh my God,
it's a worst case scenario dream.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not my baby. Like, the baby's half black. I'm not black and she's not black. Like, how's it my baby? Like, and then that's pretty much
the house down.
That
was your nightmare. It was just a fight.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh,
look
God.
at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's wearing your hat. He looks just like you.
You got to tell her to leave. And I'm like, well, I mean, I can, but she don't have anywhere to go.
Don't
like,
you feel bad for her? Like,
yeah.
Let's try to be human here.
Yeah. And then,
let's forget that we're animals for a second and be human.
Yeah. I woke up and that was the end of the dream.
In a cold sweat, like.
Yeah, thinking I'm gonna get bitched out.
Like, yeah. Like she was gonna be sitting there looking at you. You motherfucker!
Yeah, isn't your baby?
I heard you saying her name all night.
Yeah.
Who's Samantha?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. That's the kind of shit that I'm like that. I have like bad dreams a lot.
You ever have a dream so vivid you wake up almost convinced it happened?
Listen, I was about to ask you guys this.
It changes how you feel about people for a little while.
I was about to ask you this. You ever wake up from a dream that's so real that you're mad at a motherfucker?
Yeah.
Mad at somebody after a dream. And it happens to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Somebody will have dreams about me and wake up mad at me. And I'm like, but I don't go to strip clubs. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand. Like, what? Tell me where, when.
Yeah. No, I've been there.
A dream?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Something you can't control.
Yeah.
I've tried to control my dreams, but that don't ever end well at all.
It's happened to me like twice. And I remember one time, dude, when I was living on Byron Road. I had this dream, like, for some reason, I don't remember what I watched, dude, but there was like this warlock motherfucker.
Right.
Which is a male witch.
For anybody that
don't know, a Mitch. This motherfucking Mitch, dude. So this is what happened. The warlock was at the house. Like, he just came flying down out of the sky and like landed on my front porch and walked up to me. And I was like, how the fuck did you do that? You know what I'm saying? And he said, because this is not real. You can do it too. And I said, I can? And he was like, try it. And I walked out on the porch, dude, and I was like, I'm going to fly. And I started flying. Dude, I flew all the way to fucking Gunnersville. You know what I'm saying? And look, dude, what was crazy, dude? Yeah, right? I wasn't strutting my ass when I landed. I was tired. Flying made me tired. But, dude, I flew past Goose Pond. I saw it, man. I could see it.
Yeah.
And I flew all the way to Gunnersville, and I landed over there. You know, when you come into Gunnersville and you go over the bridge?
Yeah.
I landed right there on the left.
Oh, I know where you're talking about.
Goddamn. And then I was like, I'm going to fly back home, but I want to be there like now.
Yeah.
I was just there. And then I started realizing that my ass was dreaming, man. I was like, this gotta be a dream. This ain't real. Like,
yeah.
And then I was like, I want 10 strippers. Nah. I started, I started wishing for shit.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been able to do
It
that.
happened one time.
The minute I'll
The dream
usually
falls
the only
apart.
dream. Yeah, usually if I start to think I'm dreaming, I just wake
Why
up,
does the
or I
dream
have no
die?
control of it, and
Why does the dream die when you start to realize what's happening?
It's because your brain's switching files, man.
Yeah.
Switching operating systems.
Had to access the file.
Code red. This motherfucker's waking up. He's got to pee.
Closing down the gate.
Switch hard
Unexpected
drives.
error.
Oh, like Windows 10 when it pops up with a sad face and it says something happened. And it's like, yeah,
I had this dream for a long time, and I'll still have it occasionally, and I won't be surprised if I have it recently since I'm talking about it, because I'll be thinking about it. But it's I always had this dream where I was hovering in my backyard, like
that's weird.
Adam. You remember, like, okay,
dude, I could draw a map right now.
Well, like where my father's sheds were,
Mm-hmm.
And then where the clothesline was at, I was hovering. I'm always hovering in that area.
It's to the
and I'm looking around
to the
northeast, and I can see
of that
like
fucking storm trap over there. What?
Well, every time I look at the ground, I start to fall.
Yeah. Do you get that falling feeling? When you're sleeping and you jump.
And it always happens before I'll have that dream, and that's why I can remember it so well, because I'll have that dream, then I fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm dozing off, and I'll start to dream that, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll go. Like, it's weird.
No, and I've had that falling shit is weird when you feel like you're falling.
Yeah.
You jump out of your fucking skin, like.
I never thought I'd ever have like a zombie dream, because you figure that's just like that's cheesy shit that fucking see and read in books and movies and stuff. But I had one, dude, and it was where the old practice room is on the square, Adam, that we had. Well, that little bar that was set up across town, like a pool bar, pool house, whatever.
They call it the.
In the dream, it was
like hall.
It was a whole other different building though, and you walk in and there's like jewel tables or whatever, cabinets lined, like kind of like when you walk in a shop, lining from the door on the right all the way down, and dude's on the other side of it, And I just remember looking at just different shit, and then I started seeing people running where the door's at, and trying to remember this boy's name, but it was a dude I went to school with. He started walking in, and
it's weird how
he was walking like that. He was walking like he was tired and shit. And then as he got closer, like I could see he was fucked up. Like he was, I'm gonna call it a zombie, but he was something. And I fucking get out around the building, like we all try to leave and shit. I get it to my car, and I just remember the farthest I get into the dream is I'm leaving that area. And I'm trying to dodge people living and dead. And I get to the red light where the post office is at, and I start to gun it like I'm heading towards 5 Points, and then I wake up every time.
What's weird, man, is like, like you were talking, Griffin, sometimes you can lay down, and when you're dozing. Like, you're laying there, every now and then you open your eye, you see the TV still on.
Yeah.
So, like, your brain, man, like sometimes, dude, you'll close your eyes 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You've had like a 2-hour dream. It's like all this shit's happened. You open your eyes, you're like, it was fucking 5 minutes ago. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's just weird how... And it's weird how your brain, man, just kind of takes from all your memories.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll be at throughout your life, you got certain time periods, like you lived in this house. You knew these people. You'll be at a house and be looking at someone like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, this don't make sense. Like, you're not, you shouldn't be in this house. Like,
You're not.
I've done that. I've asked questions in dreams before, like, "What are you doing here?" And it's like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
Like,
have I ever told you guys about the fucking robot spider nightmare I had?
I don't think so.
Tell us, Mr. West.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, dude. It was the spider from that fucking movie, man.
Mikasa a Sukasa, Mr. West.
Like, y'all gonna think I bullshit, dude, but I swear to God, man, I could make it up. Well, I guess I could because I was asleep, but whatever.
You did make
Like,
it up.
we're all fucking, like, we're all just at my house, like, just a bunch of people, man.
Was I there?
Fucking, I'm gonna try to wrap it up quick because there was a lot of details, but ultimately,
What was I wearing?
we go outside. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, like, everybody's finally leaving. And just like we start hearing like metal scrape, like, you know what I mean? Like some shit like that. And the fucking ground shakes. And in that field out behind my neighborhood, Adam, if you remember, not like if you're coming from Scottsboro to my neighborhood, that little field to the right. Do you remember that, dude?
Yeah.
Well, this fucking thing just starts coming up out of the ground. It is the scariest fucking thing. I'll never forget it, dude. I had this dream when I was like fucking 17, dude. And this thing fucking comes up out of the ground, and it don't start fucking shit up or anything, but it's just walking, like lumbering really slowly. But I swear to God, it's like a big ass fucking robot spider, and it looks just like the one from fucking that old ass Will Smith movie, Wild West. It was bizarre, but it walked across the neighborhood. Like I saw it step on like the fucking backyard of the house next door to mine. Like it was that close. Like it got up on our shit, and it walks across our neighborhood into the field behind it, another field, because the neighborhood I lived in at the time, Griffin. You've seen it. There's a field before it and a field after it.
Yeah.
And it fucking climbs over there, and then it fucking turns around and it looks like towards the neighborhood, but like it talks to all of us. Pretty much tells us we're gonna be judged. Like this is judgment day.
Damn.
And it turns around to start like walking off and shit, and we're like, fuck this shit. So we fucking hotwire my dad's truck. Everybody gets I'm telling you, we hotwire my dad's truck, we get in it, and we fucking haul ass. We get the fuck out of there. Well, cutting the car on and going or whatever makes this thing flip the fuck out. Like it turns around, and as we're going, it's starting to like shoot shit into the ground, like missiles and stuff. Like, and we get out of there, and the world still looks normal despite the spider thing. But we get to where the hospital's at. Do what?
Was the spider really big, like in the movie?
It was huge. Like we could see it. Even through the tree lines, we could see the top of it moving, you know? And like we get to the school parking lot, but this is where shit gets really weird, even weirder. The parking lot is like a black and white checkerboard or a chessboard. And we pull in, and I think that's fucking weird, but I don't think anything of it. And we stop, we get out, and we're just walking around, and I don't know why, but we're fucking just, you know, one of the fucking floors is like a phase floor. It's not real. It's like a hologram. And we fall down into it, and there's these motherfuckers down there that's like, here's what's happening. This shit's waking up all across the world. We're all in contact with other places, but what we're doing is we've got us a fucking like it's a Stargate. Just leave it at that. At the airport, or not airport, but it's connected to the trains that run behind Scottsboro.
Damn.
The portal setup, and for some reason we have to Noah's Ark 2 at a time onto this moving platform that runs through it. Because here's the thing, these things have woke up. We can't stop them, so we're just noping the fuck out of this world. And I, for some reason, get heralded as the fucking shepherd for this shit. So I'm fucking getting people, getting chased by these fucking things throughout the dream. I'm taking motherfuckers to the gate and everything. And it finally gets down to like 2 people. And it's like Mike Yvette's one of them and like some other person. And I'm like, you know, it can only be 2 at a time. So I let them go, and I'm fucking stuck there with them. And like, I remember before I wake up, I'm just turning around after they've left, and I'm just looking at the fucking shit, and these big ass like robot spiders are just off in the distance walking around, and I just remember waking the fuck up.
Damn. That's fucking crazy. I sleepwalk and sleep talk a lot. And it's
Do you
starting
wake up standing there sometimes?
No, I don't go that
some
far.
sleeping medicine, man.
Well, she wants me to go do a sleep study because apparently I attacked her one night in my sleep.
Mm-hmm. Did you hit her with a pillow or something?
Yeah.
At least it was just a pillow.
That
is scary though, dude, because I mean, you don't know what you're doing in your sleep. You might fucking crack somebody.
Yeah. Well, she was like, I want you to go do this go do a sleep study sometime because like, what if we have like loaded weapons in the house and you try to kill me, or we have a kid and you try to kill the kid? And I'm like, I don't think I would like do that, but you know, not on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, it happens a lot, man. Like, you can ask Corey why. When we live together, like I talk and sleptwalk a lot. It happens on a somewhat regular basis. I don't know why, but it does. It's weird. And I don't remember doing, you know, of course, I never remember doing any of that shit. So it's starting to cause problems in my personal life.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Like she says we'll have full conversations and then she'll ask me about it and I won't remember having the conversation, what we talked about. I'll be like, yeah, I'll do such and such. And then she gets pissed because I don't do it. And I'm like, well, fuck.
So Griffin's the night beater.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she said that she came in there one night and I jumped up out of the bed and grabbed my pillow and was telling her that that they're not gonna get me or something like that. And like started hitting her with the pillow and shit. And then finally she's like, it's me. Like, I'm not gonna get you. You're fine. It's me. And then she said, I was just like, oh, okay. And then I just lay back down and like went back to sleep. So, you know, something was going to fucking get my ass. I don't know what the fuck it was, but something was trying to. Shit.
You were Griffin dreaming, dude.
Something. I mean, I try not to be weird, you know, but I can't help that.
Whatever it was, man, you bowed the fuck up.
Yeah, it ain't fucking getting me. Not on my watch, motherfuckers, you know? Y'all ever have any sleepwalk, sleep talk problems?
Yeah, I used to. When I was a kid, I would sleepwalk. I would do this thing when my mom let me watch some shit that like any normal person would be like, ain't no way I'm gonna let my kid watch that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be terrified and wake up with crazy dreams and shit. So I was like, you know, I was watching Pet Cemetery like when it came out, you know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the fucked up shit. So I'd wake up, man, like I would be awake, but I'd still be dreaming.
Yeah.
And I'd walk into the living room and be like, this fucking thing's coming. It's coming. Y'all ain't worried? Like, this shit's on its way. It's coming. You know, something's coming. Something's always coming. There's a wolf or something. Something's chasing us, you know?
Right.
And I'd be awake, man. They'd have to, like, walk me back to... But then several times I, like, got up and walked outside while I was dreaming. Like, my mom was laying in the bed one night, and she said she heard the door, the deadbolt, you know? So she went in there, and I was, like, walking down the steps, dude, asleep. She would come up to me, dude, and just turn me around, walk me back to the bed. I'd get back in it. Like,
you're a man about town.
I was going somewhere, dude. I was going to the store or something. Like, we're up here to get RC Cole and the moon pie. Shit.
Yeah.
I never had, as far as I know, I never had anything outside of just snoring occasionally if I was in a really deep sleep. But my problem was always getting to sleep, being comfortable enough that I could allow my eyes to close. Because there would be some nights where I'd watch either a scary movie or I'd read something. Maybe I was a little too young to read or some shit like that. And I remember I'd have to stare at the window, stare at the door, stare at whatever was irking me, until I possibly couldn't stay awake anymore.
Yeah. I had problems sleeping at one time.
Well, when I was younger, man, I like when my mother was getting treatments and when she was eventually hospitalized for a couple of weeks there, I would stay the night with different people, and being in a different place after X amount of days in another place, and just keep doing that, it fucked with me hard, really bad, because I'd go to these places where I trusted the people, but it was still just a strange place for a kid my age. So I would be very like, I don't like the idea of sleeping on this couch in this house where every tick, creak, tick tock of something, the creak of the floor, whatever is going to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And so for a long time, I always had trouble going to sleep. I mean, I'd sleep fine, but my mind would race.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been there.
After I had surgery, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
After I had surgery, I started sleepwalking because I stopped, man. I never did do it anymore. Did it when I was a kid for a little bit, and that was it. Now, I would, like, talk in my sleep sometimes. I heard people tell me, they were like, what were you fucking yelling about? I'm like, I don't know. They were like, last night, man, you were talking some, like it sounded, kind of scary. I don't know,
Early in mine and Adam's friendship, Griffin, I learned very quickly that when Adam is a guest at your house, it's all kosher. He's a great guest. But from the moment he goes to bed till he wakes up and acknowledges you on his own terms, don't fuck with him.
Don't wake him up.
Don't poke the bear.
It doesn't matter if he was like, all right, we're gonna get up at 9 o'clock and go hit this place up. If his ass is still asleep at 10, guess what? We're just gonna fucking be an hour late. Like, that's just, you just gotta ride the bell curve on it. Like, don't fuck it.
Sleep.
Because like, if you don't want him to hate you with a passion, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's better to revolve around the sleep cycle than to alter it.
And to revolve around Adam's sleep cycle. The world doesn't revolve around you, but it revolves around.
Well, it's such a funny moment. I don't care to tell it, but like, he came over to the house, and I let him have my room. I slept in the living room, and I remember Adam was just snoring like a freight train, Griffin. Like, it was, which bear in mind, my father and I kept a pretty quiet house. Like, we weren't loud people.
Right.
So somebody snoring was just like, what the fuck? There's like a train going through the house. It's just how it was just how brother was sleeping. That's all. Like, we weren't mad or resenting him for it, but we were like, shit. And I was sitting there thinking, okay, well, maybe I can get him to turn over or something. So I go back there and I'm like, Adam, turn over on your side, man. Like, you're snoring pretty bad, dude. Adam raises up, looks me dead in the face, and he just says, I don't want to fucking hear it.
I don't remember.
Lays back down in the same position he was snoring in and goes back to fucking sleep.
I don't.
And I'm like, okay then. And I just go back and fucking.
Went on a cruise with Kurt. Me and him were sharing a room. And he woke me up one night. And this is what he said. I don't remember it. He woke me up and was like, dude, you're snoring real loud. And he said, I was just like, dude, if you wake me up one more time, like, that's it,
Yeah.
I freaked out on him.
It happens though, right? I mean, it happens. I've done it apparently, so, shit happens.
Well, like, I've always thought I wasn't a snorer.
Yeah, I snore.
Technical difficulties. Hold on.
I snore pretty bad.
But yeah, I had to come to terms with it. My wife finally broke down and was like, yeah, you snore sometimes.
Shit, sometimes, shit, all the time.
Probably all the time, but
people said it sounds like I'm drowning while I'm sleeping. Shit. For real. I've had people tell me that. They're like, it sounds like you're gargling all night long. And I'm like, really?
That's what Chumpy sounds like.
I slept pretty fucking good. I woke up feeling great, you know? Nah, if that I kind of going back to this movie, I kind of sympathize with her about the whole, you know, sleepwalking thing because I mean, I've never been to the point where I've like doused anybody in and like paint thinner and threatened to fucking light them on fire or anything, but you know, I've been told I've done some pretty weird shit, so I know the plot of the sleepwalker. You know what I
Light
mean?
of the sleepwalker.
Yeah. Is anything happening in the world that we need to talk about?
Nah, it's the same old talking points, man.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's happened?
No.
Got no. Didn't I send? I sent some shit. I tried to. Wasn't there a trailer or something? I saw some pretty good shit last week. They had there was a Comic-Con in New York.
Mm-hmm.
See, there was a Comic-Con, and you know, shit happened.
Well,
Captain America pretty much told everybody that he wasn't coming back.
He said,
so he probably dies.
"Fuck y'all."
I keep seeing stuff that suggests that Iron Man
He had
is
to backtrack
it's
later.
confirmed that he's like the bad guy.
Some men just want to watch the world burn. Master Bruce. I can see that happening. I mean, I don't know. Until the movie is in theaters, I'm just going to you know,
Right.
I'm going to be rubber and you're going to be glue. And everything you say about the fucking...
Did you hear what Kevin Smith said about it?
No.
That he thinks it's going to be like the best. Because here's what happened. They came out with that first one.
Yeah.
So the movie just wrapped a few weeks ago, the new one.
Right.
All right, they came out with that other one, and then all these people hit the internet with like theories and this and that. Dude, it actually caused them to go back in and change some shit. Like they read some shit online and was like, "Damn, that's pretty fucking good." Kind of like Lost.
Damn, really?
I think so, man, because they actually went back and reshot some shit.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they had to up the game. Like when they saw what the internet was bringing, they was like, "We can't just put this shit out. We gotta."
Yeah, look at...
You know, the first one was just to build up for this. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what's gonna happen?
Well,
Do you think when you say the bad guy, do you think he's gonna like he wants the gauntlet or something? Like,
Well, I mean, there was a theory that went around that suggests that because of the changes that they're gonna make to undo what Thanos has done, it's gonna put us on a timeline where pretty much Tony Stark just becomes the big bad. There are other various theories where it's, you know, there was one that got posted that I actually watched earlier today where if you go back and watch all of the movies, or at least the Iron Man and the any of the Iron Man centric or supporting, you know what I mean, like
yeah.
his trilogy, the Avenger movies and whatnot. He's just constantly making terrible decisions based on the fact that he's just super egotistical. He has the best intentions. He does try to save the day, but it always results in something. I don't know.
Iron Man's always about Iron Man.
It was it was well put together. It was a convincing argument. But and then there, you know, there was a spoiler thing that I came across where it was that he was gonna somehow become eternity, and then some other shit. It was weird.
Do y'all remember The Grudge?
Yeah.
They're rebooting it.
Yeah, I know.
Summer release 2019.
Pass.
I mean,
reboot
dude,
already?
Wait,
I mean,
we didn't even rate this movie.
Oh yeah.
Go
give it a half
first,
star.
Griff. Go first, Griff.
I'm going first.
All right.
I give it a half star. I normally don't like movies like this. I did like this. I'm gonna give it a fat half star.
A fat.
There
Because
we
it was
go.
better.
There we
Well,
go,
you know what I'm
Adam.
saying?
Glad to have
It's
you
a
on
fat
board.
star. Because I can't give it a full one because I'm not really into them, but I did watch it all and I didn't hate it, so I'm gonna give it a half star. We already talked about everything that we had, little problems.
Yeah.
But I will give it a half star.
Right.
I won't give it no star.
I'll give it.
I'd watch a second one.
Right.
I would.
I'm gonna give it a half star as well. It's it built up nicely to the ending that we got, which I loved. But I did want more, and I don't know. At the end of the day, it was kind of like a jumbled mix of haunting / possession that we've seen like 100,000 times over. But they did it in a cool, interesting way. So I give it a half star for that. If this was like that fucking trailer we watched where that chick was in the morgue and she's fucking the fucking
Yeah,
possession,
hate it.
I'd be like 0 stars. I'm fucking quitting the podcast forever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so fucking over these fucking haunting fucking possession movies. It's fucking, I'm done. I'm over in a big way. I'm ready for the next big thing. The first couple were all right, and then they fucking ran this fucking shit into the ground so hard for like what, 10, 15 years now?
And you see why, man, because they spend $10 million and they make fucking 70. But
Yeah, I understand.
it makes money.
But hell,
and people want to go see it around like Halloween and shit.
Yeah.
It's a date night movie right there, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking people went on dates.
Yeah.
Watching that shit.
2 tickets, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't hate it though. I there was a lot of stuff about it that I really did enjoy, and I like how it built up. I would recommend anybody watch it at least one time. I mean, just to get that shock factor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it the half star. What you got, Trav?
All right, I'm gonna give it a half star as well.
Did Travis rate it last week?
I don't remember.
Flips says then.
Any inconsistencies that are there can happen. But either way, I do give it a half star
play
because
the clip
I think
now.
The reason I believe so is because I feel like this movie deserves at least a full cut down the middle thing, because despite how good the movie is, it's definitely, if I'm gonna watch a movie, I would like to watch a movie like this where it's there's not, it's not a bunch of
there's some storyline.
It's not a bunch of teenagers just getting ran and killed. Like, it's not a slasher trope coupled with possession stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't hate the storyline.
Yeah, but and I think, and it's not so much as I'm siding with Griffin on the over it, because I'm open to it if it's another movie that can do the same.
Give me some shit that I haven't seen yet.
Yes, which this movie did, and I think that's the biggest. It's
kind of had a skeleton key thing going on, but you remember the skeleton key?
But it's coming out in a time where these type of movies are so frequent, and they're schlock. They're just bullshit. They're not for people that want to sit and do a movie podcast.
No.
They're movies that are for, the teenager taking their kid out, or taking their, not their kid, their kids taking their fucking, their little high school date out for an evening somewhere, and those movies they're forgettable. This one, I don't think
I probably won't watch it again though. Is it one you're gonna go back and watch again?
Well, here's the thing.
That's why it gets the half star. It's like,
it gets the half star because I feel like if I ever watch it again, it will be a while, because I don't watch these particular type of horror films all the time. I enjoy reading about stuff that becomes the topics of these films more than I enjoy watching them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I know what you mean, man.
But yeah, I give it a half star, and I give it a bargain buy, because I think if you're a person that does collect these type of movies, it's definitely one that deserves being bought. But yeah, it's absolutely worth renting and checking out, or getting it by whatever means you go about watching your films. It's worth that.
At the very least.
Well, I mean, it's a good movie to watch if you're on some downtime waiting on the next big movie you're really excited for, and you just happen to run out of whatever else you enjoy watching.
Yeah.
I know that puts it in a very particular corner, but it's there nonetheless.
Whenever you're ready for it, it's there.
Yeah.
I would like to mention a few other things. Disney World's thinking about building like an Indiana Jones land.
Ooh.
Because
like
anyone under our age knows who the fuck Indiana Jones is.
Disney is thinking about rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean with the Deadpool riders. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
No, that was that was a depressing thing. I remember telling the kids once, I was like, man, let's watch some Indiana Jones. Like, I was just in the mood for an adventure film, and I was like, why not, you know? No, that I just remembered, I just was like, have y'all ever heard of it? Because I just assumed through sheer pop culture alone.
Of the Caribbean or Indiana Jones?
I'm talking about Indiana Jones. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a cartoon that's on right now on one of the millions of channels out, where there's some sort of Indiana Jones, like Temple of Doom reference happening, you know?
Yeah.
Where he's running from the big ball, or fucking, you know, a bunch of fucking Indians are chasing him out of a damn temple or some shit like that. I mean, his movies have been, you know, the shots have been redone, if not parodied.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, you know, just a lot of young folks don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Yeah.
Also,
which I proceed to educate their asses.
Danny McBride's Halloween movies got a 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
I want to see it.
I don't think the ratings are too bad. Let's see how much money. So they spent $10 million, and so far in the U.S. they've made $80 million.
Yeah,
it's a hit.
I saw an article somewhere that said that the article was titled "Jamie Lee Curtis has lost her damn mind."
Because she made a fucking Halloween movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read the article. I just thought it was funny, though.
I want to watch it. I wish I had the money to go watch it, but we're going to have to wait until it comes
around.
Yeah.
When it comes around. Yeah, we talked about that back in the day.
I'm glad
a lot of people are freaking out because Tomb Raider 6 got Wonder Woman's old release date. Wonder Woman 1984 had to be pushed back.
Good. Good.
For Tomb Raider?
Charlie's Angels reboot. Yeah, so there's a Tomb Raider 6 coming out. Oh, it's been confirmed by Mark Hamill. The Force killed Luke Skywalker. He confirms. Freddy Krueger actor is game for one more Night on Elm Street movie.
Oh, I'd be down.
That's kind of cool.
Well, if they do it like they're doing the Halloween movie and get the original people involved, and
here's what I think they should do though: go know your crowd.
Yeah.
Do like the Evil Dead did with the TV show. Go all out.
Play it up.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll get another one.
And another one.
What's this? Maze Runner.
Yeah, pass.
But yeah, movie news has been kind of quiet. The Conjuring 3's coming.
I'll watch it. I did.
Dark Phoenix. I don't know who Dark Phoenix is, but
that's the new. Didn't they push the X-Men movies back until the Fox Disney merger's done?
Dark Phoenix has been pushed back, and New Mutants has been put back indefinitely.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got some depressing news here. I don't know about depressing, but Guardians of the Galaxy 3 rumor, Marvel wants a female director.
Well, I mean, I'm open to it. I just, you know,
the franchise died.
you gotta have Chris
Sorry,
Pratt be a sexist asshole.
But he's fat now.
Is
Oh,
he?
that'll work. That'll work. They kind of made fun of how, I don't know about fat, but dude, whenever the second Guardian started, they like joked about, whoa, you put on a little weight since the last one, like,
Yeah.
because it was just a few days ago.
Yeah.
But he was fatter. You know, they kind of joke about it. I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm open to
Have y'all seen that fucking Jurassic Park movie, the newer one?
No.
No, not yet.
There's this scene, dude. So the thing of the island is there's a volcano on the island that's about to erupt. It's gonna kill all the animals.
Right.
All of them. Everything's gonna die. And fucking Brundle flies on there like, whoa. This is part of life, you know. Like he's all telling them like, let this happen. This is what happens. Like the dinosaurs were here, and then we're gone. You know.
Yeah. Life.
You know, he gives a whole speech.
Yeah.
But there's this scene, man, where they're pulling away from the island on a boat, and this fucking long neck like walks to the end of this little bridge, and he's like, and he just like gets engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
It's the saddest shit ever, dude. I felt so sorry for that fucking CGI dinosaur. Like, I was like, damn, you too big to fit on the boat, buddy.
Sorry, bro.
You're as big as the boat. But that's all. That is all.
Well, what are we watching?
Rated. What are we watching next week? Now we're watching I, Tonya, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're watching next. I'm excited because I haven't watched it yet.
I've already seen it.
So I know Travis has seen it. Y'all gonna pre-rate it?
I'll give it a star right now. Here's what and Travis was right. I'll give it a star alone on how it was shot.
So
how the movie was made. Oh, is this a good movie making, dude? Dude, they could make a movie about anything, and it would have been good. Like if it was shot like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could really
the way it was made, dude. The story ain't got nothing to do with it. Like it's just the way it was made.
And I mean, there's some funny little moments in it. Like it's just.
I had no idea that Tonya. What was her name?
Tonya
Harding.
Yeah, Tonya Harding
was white trash.
No.
I didn't know that. Oh, you're gonna see, dude.
Super white trash.
Oh yeah, Virginia.
Like fucking My Name Is Earl white trash.
Like the Wild and Wonderful White.
Oh God.
Crushing fucking OCs up on the back of the toilet, the fucking bar bathroom, you know.
I'm down. I'm ready for it.
But it's really good, man. It's good. Like the way it's just those filmmakers. Oh, I'm sure they'll get off because that was like a Sundance or something. That was like a low budget, you know.
Yeah.
Someone be like a fucking Tonya Harding movie. That'll never work. Oh, they made it work, dude.
Yeah, it got nominated for Picture of the Year.
Well, Travis said when he said that, that's what stuck with me the whole time watching. I was like, he's right. The first 10 minutes into it, you already know what you're in store for. You can tell like the way it's shot. And
fucking right.
It's pretty cool. It's a good movie.
I'm ready for it, guys.
I recommend it.
I'm ready.
I'll give it a star now. What about you, Travis?
Yeah, I give it a star simply because I've gone on to watch that movie like a few more times. Like I think I've seen it like
good.
I've seen it 3 or 4 times. Just for cutting something on to watch. Like it's good.
It's like that though. It's like that.
Hell yeah.
And
fucking.
And I like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Bad.
She was real good in Wolf of Wall Street.
Wasn't she?
So look, guys, Matt's been going on and on. He ain't gonna let us live it down. After we're gonna do Spirit of the Way.
Yeah.
Spirited Away.
Yeah.
So after that, was there more after that?
No, that's
the next movie we watched with people in it. You know, like real people, like people.
Yeah.
Atomic Blonde, man. He's been fucking hounding me since that shit came out.
Well, tell him to fucking record a snippet. Send it in.
You hear that? I think he's listening. He's commenting. He's like, Atomic Blonde.
Man.
he was like swearing by that shit. So
he was swearsing.
Yeah.
Yeah, record us.
So let's watch it.
I'm ready.
So we'll also get a snippet from him. He'll throw his review on the end.
Is Trent gonna record a snippet for Spirited Away?
I don't know. I'm trying to get him to.
Tell him to do it. Come on, man.
I tried to get him to come on here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It'll be a 5-hour podcast. Y'all start talking about anime. Y'all like call into work.
Yeah. Can't do that.
We talked about anime last night. I can't come in. I'm sweaty.
Well, I gotta go to bed, guys.
All right, yeah.
Like it's dangerously close.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Hereditary got a 1.5 stars, which it deserves. It deserves anywhere between 1.5 to 2.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
You hear that?
I do.
Travis.
Yeah.
This shit's getting weird. What are you doing? You near the microwave or something? Did you hear that, dude?
I did.
Weird, man.
I did hear it.
Dude, like, this is like, you know, when people walk around the house, oh, this is creepy. When they have the radio that's switching channels.
Yeah.
And they ask questions and it, like, answers by switching between the channels. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy. Your shit's picking up some feedback right now, dude. It's fucking mama. Like,
How about now?
oh, it's not happening again. Are you there? No, she's not there.
How about now?
It's kind of creepy, dude.
Yeah.
I'll be sleeping outside tonight. You can't hear what we hear.
How loud now?
It's still doing it.
It's worse.
Eat that
man, you done caught the
chose.
shine. All right, Exorcism of Emily Rose over here.
Don't touch
Next
me.
week, Tanya. Same fucking real estate time, same real estate channel. Maybe if YouTube works. Follow us on everything.
I'm
Keep
out.
it
I mean everything.
copacetic.
Vampire Freaks, you name it. All right, we're out. Keep it real.
Later, taters.
Travis, do you or the demon want to speak up before we leave? Like,
Good night.
that shit's creepy, dude. He's gone. Oh, wait. He's here. He's coming through the mic. My hand's stuck in all. It's all bent up. It's my mouse hand, too. I can't in the street. All right.